Morning, Moray Rabotai. Be'ezrat Hashem, Mincha is going to be 7:40. Please be on time. As we continue in the halachot, we were discussing bread that was made by a goy for himself or for other goyim. What about other foods? Let's say you have coffee as a good example, or something that you cannot make on Shabbat by cooking the water. You're not allowed to cook the water on Shabbat. There's a problem with bishul. The coffee grinds could be potentially. It depends how it's made. Could be a problem with bishul. The goy goes ahead and he made coffee on Shabbat. Maybe it's a coffee house. He's planning to sell it to the other goyim, or maybe in his own home. He went and he made coffee on Shabbat for himself, not for the Jew. Would a Jew be allowed to benefit from coffee that was made by a goy, where the goy made it for other goyim or for himself? So the halacha in that case would be that it would, like we came out, we don't even need shata dahak, because the whole prohibition we said in terms of Shabbat was, and in terms of bread, it was muktzeh. But muktzeh was true by flour, ground up, and you made it into something inedible. However, coffee is not considered to be muktzeh on Shabbat. Even the coffee grinds are not considered to be muktzeh. They are considered to be edible, and there's other factors why it's not considered to be muktzeh. But bottom line is, a person, a goy that made the coffee on Shabbat, a Jew would be allowed to have it, purchase it without paying, of course. You'd be able to purchase it on Shabbat based on trust, and you'd pay after Shabbat. And that would be permitted to do, even if the goy grounded up the coffee beans, he grounded it up on Shabbat, it still would be a mutar for a Jew to benefit. The same thing is true by other foods, except by other foods you have to be careful, A, in terms of ingredients, mostly, and B, in terms of bishulei goyim. Because generally, we know by coffee, there's no issue of bishulei goyim. We're not concerned. The fact that the goy cooked the coffee is not a problem, because the water is considered edible and the coffee is nullified to the water. But by other foods, there would be such a problem. So let's say you take a different example where there might not be a problem with muktzeh. Maybe, like, for example, I would say raw meat. There's no problem with muktzeh, even if the meat is kasher or it's raw meat, it's mutar. And the goy went ahead and cooked it on Shabbat for the sake of other goyim. Of course, that would be asur for a Jew because of bishulei goyim, because of the rabbinic prohibition. However, when it comes to coffee or anything similar that's either edible raw or is not oleh shulchan melachim, where there's no problem of bishulei goyim because it doesn't go on the, it's not considered prestigious food, in those cases, it would be mutar for a Jew to purchase, as long as the goy doesn't know the Jew. Because if he knows the Jews, he's going to know, next time he's going to come around and he's going to purchase it again, and therefore I should make sure to account for him, and then the next time he's going to do more, and then that would be asul. So if it's a one-time thing that the Jew is coming in, and he sees the goy made it, and he wants to have some of it and benefit because the goy didn't do it for him, that would be permitted in all cases. And even by bread, where there was a machloket, we said b'shata dahak, in cases of a need, where he has no other bread, he would also be able to be lenient. Baruch Adonai le'olam, amen ve'amen.